الحمد لله نحمده ونستعينه ونستغفره ونعوذ بالله من شرور انفسنا ومن سيئات اعمالنا. من يهده الله فلا مضل له ومن يضلل فلا هادي له. اشهد ان لا اله الا الله واشهد ان محمدا عبده ورسوله صلى الله عليه وسلم.
Do I have to start over? يا أيها الإنسان اتقوا ربكم الذي خلقكم من نفس واحدة وخلق منها زوجها وبث رجالا كثيرا والنساء واتقوا الله تساءلون به والأرحام إن الله كان عليكم رقيبا. يا أيها الذين آمنوا اتقوا الله وقولوا قولا سديدا يصلح لكم أعمالكم ويغفر لكم ذنوبكم ومن يطع الله ورسوله فقد فاز فوزا عظيما. فإن أصدق الحديث كتاب الله وخير الهدي هدي محمد صلى الله عليه وسلم وشر الأمور محدثاتها وكل محدثة بدعة وكل بدعة ضلالة وكل ضلالة في النار. ثم أما بعد الحمد لله رب العالمين هو الذي جعلنا مسلمين. We say alhamdulillah to Allah, and for everybody to hear at the same time because we're very thankful to Allah for everything. What some people call good, we say alhamdulillah. What some people call bad, we still say alhamdulillah. We say alhamdulillah because Allah has made us Muslim. Alhamdulillah. You cannot make yourself a Muslim. It has to come from Allah. He guides whoever He wills. He said that many times in the Quran. You cannot guide the one you love. It is Allah who guides whomever He wants to this straight path. So consider this the biggest and the best of gifts of the Nama of Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala. He even said this in the Quran. اليوم أكملت لكم دينكم وأتممت عليكم نعمتي ورضيت لكم الإسلام دينا. Mention ni'mah from Nama or Naeem. This is His Nama, ni'mati, possessive. Imagine, He's given you the biggest of gifts by giving you Islam. There are 5 khamsa pillars in Islam. The first and foremost is, of course, the Shahadatain, to bear witness La ilaha illallah Muhammad Rasulullah. This bearing witness is not lightweight. It's not lightweight. Light on the tongue, yeah. Heavy on our mizan, on the scale, on the day of judgment. One person saying this with sincerity, and Allah accepted this, could wipe out all the mistakes of their whole life. My dear friend, ar-rahim Green in the UK, very famous for his early dawah, back in the early days of standing in Hyde Park and debating with Christians and others, especially atheists, about Allah, His deen, etc. He gave so many shahadas, but his own mother and father didn't accept it. When his father was on his deathbed, ar-rahim Green didn't give up. He went and he sat with his father in the hospital, sitting there with him, and he even turned on his camera on the cell phone so that if his father said anything positive, we'd have it. His father was dying, and everybody knew it was just a matter of time. And he would sit there and talk to his father, talk to him. And his father has the thing in the nose with the oxygen, you know. And I saw the video. ar-rahim Green, when he tried to narrate the video as he was making it later, broke down and cried. They had to do several shots on it to make it work out. But just before that last breath, his father said, I want to accept Islam. His father said that, and he rehearsed with him, say it like this, Ashhadu, Ashhadu, Allah, Allah, ilaha, ilaha, illallah, illallah. He said it. That's the first part. Then Ashhadu Muhammad Rasulullah. Then one more breath and he passed away. And it was recorded and he put it on the internet for all of us to share and see and share again. It was amazing. He said he's still working on his mother. So we'll keep making dua for her. This is not something lightweight, brothers. This is something big. If even one person accepts this way of life by your hand, it is better for you than nam. This is red camels. It's an expression that they have in Arabic, meaning it's very good. In another riwayah, khayrun min ad-dunya wa ma fiha. Better for you than the universe and whatever's in it. 2 universes. And we don't even know how big that is yet. How important is it for us to accept Islam? If you don't, you're ruined. How important is it for us to share Islam? This can be a big source for us on the Day of Judgment. So it's not just for forgiveness. You don't want to enter into Jannah with just the basics, right? I mean, you're very greedy in this life. Be honest. You're greedy. You want more of whatever you got right now. Do you want less? No. Are you happy with what you got? Well, come on, we're greedy. And imagine there will be no ability in the next life to gain any more. You're doing it right now. Now is the time. Some or la? Yes or no? Yeah? All right. So let's move forward. There's the next of the pillars of Islam. Salawat. Salawat. We call it prayer in English, right? Is that what we call it? You came here to pray, right? There's nothing wrong with saying we pray 5 times a day. But that's not all we're doing, is it? What is prayer? We know this is for us, this is for the Hindus, and this is for the Christians, right? Pretty much. People are praying. So big deal. We have salah. That is not prayer. No. Dua. Dua is prayer, yes or no? Dua. Everybody's got dua. Only the Muslims have salah. So if you thought it was just a translation, nah. No. Salah, I'll give you a clue if you know Arabic. Sila. Sila. Connection. Connection. This is a connection in communication. Very similar to this word. Because whenever you have one of these in an Arab country, you have to have sila. If you don't have sila, it won't work. The same for salah. You can make dua, maybe it'll get accepted, maybe not. People do it all the time. Human beings, I'm talking about human beings, are making their du'as. But only the Muslims have the salah. Alhamdulillah. The connection with Allah. Talking about dua, I think we have a request for dua right now. Let's do that. We have a sister, Miriam, who passed away a few days ago, Monday. The whole community loves her very much. We make dua for her, and we ask Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala to make everything easy for her and fill her, cover her grave with nur. And we ask Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala to make the smell of the Jannah surround her for as long as she's in the cover. And we ask Allah to raise her up with the most righteous of the righteous on the day of Jannah. And all of this, and ask Allah to forgive any mistakes that she made and replace it with something much better. Amen. And we ask Allah that somebody will make dua like that for us when we die too. Alhamdulillah. Thank you for sharing that. That's very important. So dua, but salah. Allah wants us to do salah. Inna Allaha ma'as-sabirin. Now Allah is talking about being patient, and patient in the salah. Be patient in the salah. There's nobody in this room, and this one included, who has not lost their way during the salah. We get like, where was that? Was that 2 rak'ah? Was that 3? Where am I? Or we forgot what we said. Every one of us have done this. Don't lie. Don't say anything. Don't make it worse than it is. But at least we tried. For the one who missed even one salah, this is bad. This is really bad. If you missed it, you're asleep, you're sick, you're working, this is something else. But to know that it was due and you just didn't do it, Shaitan became your best friend, and you already know he's your worst enemy. So this is something we really need to take care of this little while. I'll move forward because we've got the big one that we're coming to. The next pillar that we talk about a lot is Ramadan. Ramadan is abstaining from food and drink, marital relations, and especially guarding our tongue. We should all the time, but at least in Ramadan, be very careful. Now, this is something that the other before us, the people before us, they did have. Allah said that in the Quran, min qablikum, the people before you. And some of them even try to take care of it today. Fasting, abstaining, but not the way we do. We have it pretty much down. As a matter of fact, it's recognized around the world when you say Ramadan. People that don't know much about religion even, they know you're talking about your fasting. So we don't have to dwell on that too much. What about zakah? Now a lot of Muslims, 88%, probably 90% now, 90% of all the Muslims on the planet are not Arab. We can say alhamdulillah for that too. Because if all of the Muslims were Arab, most of us are not, that would be a problem. But that means they don't understand the Arabic language. And zakah, and this is very important, we should learn Arabic language. The Prophet ﷺ said, whoever has the Arabic language is an Arab. Did you know that? Yeah, he said that. So it's not about your bloodline, it's about the Arabiya, the language of the Quran, the language of the Hadith, the language of the Prophet ﷺ. But back to zakah. It doesn't mean charity. It doesn't mean charity. Sadaqah is charity. Yes? Sadaqah. The obligation is not to give charity. You should do that. If you want any kind of help from Allah, give charity, give charity, give charity. Sadaqah, sadaqah, sadaqah. But we're talking about the pillars of Islam. What's mandatory is zakah. Take a whole different view of zakah. Whatever you have that you do not utilize during a year's time, you don't use it. You didn't diminish it and then replenish it. It stayed at that value over a certain amount. You owe that to the poor people. and they don't have to be Muslims. It's true. You should favor your own family first, duh. And you should take care of your neighbors, yeah. Prophet ﷺ, he was talking about when the angel Jibril came to him telling him about his neighbors and the rights that they have, and he said, you know, Jibril continued till he thought that they were going to inherit from him. This is how important your neighbors are to you. SubhanAllah. But back to zakat. Zakat is purification. When you see it used for other things in the Quran, when Allah uses the word zakat, He's talking about purification. And this is to purify your money, your wealth, your holdings. So give that 2.5%. And if it's crops, it's more. It's like 10% if you have water, etc., etc. But whether or not Allah's making it rain is what that's talking about. But the main thing is find out from local authorities that know about your situation, what your zakat really is, and be sure you do it. Be sure you do it, man. If it's small, I found that most Muslims who have small wealth are the first to give the zakat. They don't mind. You know who has a problem? When somebody has to write a check for $2.5 million. It's like, is there some kind of way around that? Brother, how much money did you hold on to that you owe $2.5 million from? It's not income tax. It's holdings. SubhanAllah. It's been said, and I don't know what the statistics are, so I just have to disqualify it. But it's been said that if the Muslims around the world all pay their zakat that's due, there couldn't be a poor person left on the planet. That's serious stuff, man. That's serious. I love that. Let's move forward, though. We'll come now to Hajj. And that's really what I want to talk to you about. Hajj. We call it the fifth pillar of Islam, but you don't have to wait till you did the other four before you can do Hajj. If you already made the Shahada, and it's time for Hajj, you don't have to wait for Ramadan. You don't even have to wait for a Salat to come in. You go buy your ticket. You go. If you get the opportunity, go. Do not miss Hajj for anything else in this world, except that you're not able to go. You don't have the money, the resources. Don't go to the bank and borrow the money for Hajj. Do not do that, okay? I think at this moment I should mention something. Seeing this about our sister Maryam, may Allah have mercy on her, made me remember about our sisters in Hajj. There are a lot of sisters who make Hajj by themselves. I know that because I've been in the Hajj groups where we had sisters come to me and ask us why in the beginning so many of the men helped us with our luggage, helped us with this and that, and now they're only helping their own wife move their stuff around and do everything, and it's still hard for us. I asked them, the particular lady who was speaking, I said, are you married? She said, yeah. So where's your husband? She said, he's back home, he don't want to go. I said, has he ever made Hajj? Nah. But he let you come and Hajj by yourself? Yeah. They had some big business, you know, and he wanted to stay and run the business. I said, do you know that it's the responsibility of the men to take care of their wives in Hajj? This is why these men are not able to come and take care of you. They're taking care of their own wives. Oh. For the woman who has no husband to take her for Hajj, nobody like an older brother or her father or somebody to take her for Hajj, this is what we know from Islam. She will have the reward of Hajj because of her niyyah, her intention, even though she couldn't go. And it's a perfect Hajj, waperrakatuh, accepted. So don't let the ladies go off without you. Be sure you go with them. Don't use the excuse that, well, you got the business. Allah is the one who makes the business work, yes or no? Yes or no? Come on. and whether or not it's your job. Hey, I know a brother who, this is about 20 years ago. I just met the brother, and he was looking for a job in high tech, and he got the job. And he was so excited. I finally got this job. It's a big job in Washington, D.C. and pays big money, and it's a well-known corporation. Then he got a chance for Hajj. Now he's young. He's got an excuse. I'm 19, 20 years old. He's got an excuse. I'm young, blah, blah, blah. But he went in, and he told him in the first meeting, now they just accepted this guy. And he went in and he said, I'm excited to work for you guys so much, you can't believe it. But in my religion, we're forced to do pilgrimage. And I have the opportunity right now, and I can go, so I'm going to do that. And then when I get back, if you still have me, I'll go to work for you. Now what do you think would happen? Hey, what? Your religion comes first? Get out of here. Right? That's what you expect. He said, I don't care if that's what they do. It's from Allah. I hope I keep my job, but it's all from Allah. Guess what they say? We're starting right now today, your pay will be even though you're away. Because anybody that is dedicated to what he believes in will be dedicated to us. And sure enough, that worked. SubhanAllah. You don't know what Allah will do when you do what He asks you to do. And Hajj is not just asking. He's telling you this is mandatory. This is not just halal. This is foreign. Wajib. You have to do it. Now, some of our brothers, alhamdulillah, are already away for Hajj. Some from IOK already left. And some from right here are going today. So here's what we want to ask them. So if you're listening and you're going for Hajj, I'm going to say it real loud so you wake up. Make dua for the rest of us who didn't get to go this time so we can all go next time. Ameen. You started trouble in there. Why do you look so cute on TV? What? Who said that? Anyway. What we want to focus on is the importance of this pilgrimage, this Hajj. All of us, we have it to do. So make dua. If you're not able to do it this time, that you will sure do it next time. Even if you've already done it before, you want to help somebody else make Hajj, that's a good thing. But if you want to do it again, don't hesitate. It's a very wonderful thing. And it's another source of purification. Because when you come back from Hajj, it's like you just came into the world from your mother. Alhamdulillah Rabbil Alameen. Waperrakatuh Jamil Muslimin.
Astaghfirullah.
Bismillah, alhamdulillah, wa salatu wassalamu ala wa ala alihi wa sahbihi ajma'in. One of the most important things for us to remember after La ilaha illallah is Muhammad Rasulullah. And remembering to make the peace and blessings upon him is very big. Allah says in the Quran that the angels are doing this, so you do it as well. We say, Allahumma salli ala Muhammad wa ala ali Muhammad, kama sallaita ala Ibrahim wa ala ali Ibrahim innaka Hamidun Majid. Allahumma barik ala Muhammad wa ala ali Muhammad, kama barakta ala Ibrahim wa ala ali Ibrahim innaka Hamidun Majid. There's also two du'as that we make in Hajj. One while you are circumambulating, going around the Kaaba. Actually, both of them you can do at that time. But anytime you have a difficulty in the Hajj or any time, La ilaha illa anta subhanak inni kuntu min al-zalimin. That Allah, He is La ilaha illallah. Beside whom there is none other to worship, and He is the majesty and the glory. And verily we have done the wrong to ourselves. Inni kuntu min al-zalimin. The other one, And this is a great one for anybody to say anytime. رَبَّنَا آتِنَا فِي الدُّنْيَا حَسَنَةً وَفِي الْآخِرَةِ حَسَنَةً وَقِنَا عَذَابَ النَّارِ. Our Lord, give us good in this life, and give us good in the next life, and save us from the punishment of the hellfire. Amen. ربنا لا تزغ قلوبنا بعد إذ هديتنا وهب لنا من لدنك رحمة إنك أنت الوهاب. الحمد لله رب العالمين والهادي جميع المسلمين. إقام الصلاة. Bismillah, alhamdulillah, wa salatu wassalamu ala rasulillah wa ala alihi wa sahbihi ajma'in. One of the most important things for us to remember after La ilaha illallah is Muhammad Rasulullah. And remembering to make the peace and blessings upon him is very big. Allah says in the Quran that the angels are doing this, so you do it as well. We say, Allahumma salli ala Muhammad wa ala Muhammad, kama sallaita ala Ibrahim wa ala Ibrahim innaka Hamidun Majid. Allahumma barik ala Muhammad wa ala Muhammad, kama barakta ala Ibrahim wa ala Ibrahim innaka Hamidun Majid. There's also two du'as that we make in Hajj. One while you are circumambulating, going around the Kaaba. Actually, both of them you can do at that time. But anytime you have a difficulty in the Hajj or anytime, La ilaha illa anta subhanak inni kuntu min al-zalimin. That Allah, He is La ilaha illallah, beside whom there is none other to worship, and He is the majesty and the glory. And verily we have done the wrong to ourselves. Inni kuntu min al-zalimin. The other one, and this is a great one for anybody to say anytime. رَبَّنَا آتِنَا فِي الدُّنْيَا حَسَنَةً وَفِي الْآخِرَةِ حَسَنَةً وَقِنَا عَذَابَ النَّارِ. Our Lord, give us good in this life, and give us good in the next life, and save us from the punishment of the hellfire. Amen. رَبَّنَا لَا تُزِغْ قُلُوبَنَا بَعْدَ إِذْ هَدَيْتَنَا وَهَبْ لَنَا مِن لَّدُنكَ رَحْمَةً إِنَّكَ أنتَ الوهاب. الحمد لله رب العالمين والهادي جميع المسلمين. إقام الصلاة.
الله أكبر الله أكبر أشهد أن لا إله إلا الله أشهد أن محمدا رسول الله حي على الصلاة حي على الفلاح قد قامت الصلاة قد قامت الصلاة الله أكبر الله أكبر لا إله إلا الله.
Make your mind and make it full intention, inshallah. Allah Akbar. Allah. Bismillah ar-rahman ar-raheem. Alhamdulillah Rabbil Alameen. ar-rahman ar-raheem. مالك يوم الدين إياك نعبد وإياك نستعين اهدنا الصراط المستقيم صراط الذين أنعمت عليهم غير المغضوب عليهم ولا الضالين. آمين. الحج أشهر معلومات فمن فرض فيهن الحج فلا رفث ولا فسوق ولا جدال في الحج وما تفعلوا من خير يعلمه الله وتزودوا فإن خير الزاد التقوى واتقون يا أولي الألباب. ليس عليكم جناح أن تبتغوا فضلا من ربكم فإذا أفضتم من عرفات فاذكروا الله عند المشعر الحرام واذكروه كما هداكم وإن كنتم من قبله لمن الضالين. ثم أفيدوا من حيث أفاض الناس واستغفروا الله إن الله غفور رحيم. الله أكبر. سمع الله لمن حمده. الله أكبر. الله أكبر. الله أكبر. الله أكبر. بسم الله الرحمن الرحيم. الحمد لله رب العالمين الرحمن الرحيم مالك يوم الدين. إياك نعبد وإياك نستعين. اهدنا الصراط المستقيم صراط الذين أنعمت عليهم غير المغضوب عليهم ولا الضالين. آمين. فإذا قضيتم مناسككم فاذكروا الله كذكركم آباءكم أو أشد ذكرا. فمن الناس من يقول ربنا آتنا في الدنيا وما له في الآخرة من خلاق. ومنهم من يقول ربنا آتنا في الدنيا حسنة وفي الآخرة حسنة وقنا عذاب النار. أولئك لهم نصيب مما كسبوا والله سريع الحساب. الله أكبر. سمع الله لمن حمده. الله أكبر. الله أكبر. الله أكبر. الله أكبر.
أشهد أن لا إله إلا الله.
السلام عليكم ورحمة الله. السلام عليكم ورحمة الله.
Assalamualaikum Warahmatullah. Please remain seated. I have an announcement regarding the Eid, inshallah. This way it will be easy for you, inshallah. First of all, I would like to thank Sheikh Yusuf Estes. May Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala bless him and reward him in his very, very busy schedule, and he still accepted our invitation. And may Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala يجعل هذه الخطبة من ميزان حسناتك. اللهم آمين. Brothers and sisters of Islam, inshallah, Eid Mubarak to every one of you. It will be on Wednesday. Tuesday, okay. Tuesday, inshallah. The Eid, inshallah, will be Tuesday. So the takbirat is going to start here at 7:15 in the morning. And the salah will start, inshallah, at 8 o'clock. Regarding the parking, I already spoke with Motel 6 across the street. In case you come in and found the parking lot here is full and it's closed, all you have to do, go park your car at Motel 6 across the street and don't worry about it. And in the event you come in here and you park in front of someone else, right after the prayer, please move your car. Please relocate your car this way, because it's a work day and people are going to be irritated that they cannot find you. And unfortunately, I'm not going to be here with you on Tuesday because I'm going to the airport right after I finish. I'm heading to Hawaii, inshallah, and then I will not be here. So please, as soon as you finish praying, because it's a work day, it's going to irritate a lot of people, make sure you relocate your car where you're not blocking anyone. Okay, and then also, we're going to be serving, inshallah, coffee and donuts, and outside we have some good food and watermelons. And about Sheikh Yusuf Estes, I want everyone to support his channel, Guide Us TV. If he have a table outside there, you could ask him, how can you support his work? Because his work is extremely, I said 3 times, important. A lot of people are reverting to Islam because of his work. If you do not believe me, go on YouTube and put Yusuf Estes and watch what you're gonna see. You're gonna see massive amount of people are reverting to Islam because of this man right here. So please support him, see what you could do to help him financially. You're not helping him actually, you're helping his TV station. And or what you could do if you can do volunteer work with him, and inshallah you're gonna receive a great amount of hasanat. Assalamualaikum Warahmatullah, and inshallah I will see you when I get back. Assalamualaikum.